Hello, this is Simracing Corner and this is my Fanatec Formula Black steering wheel converted to USB, as you can see there, with a Q&R quick release. And this is a review for the carbon fibre shifter paddles from Simracing machines. So I paid £110 plus VAT for these. I think 2 to 3 years ago. They're currently £114 plus VAT. So not much of a price change there. The sort of going rate for a couple of shifter paddles these days for aluminium or carbon fibre is around the sort of £100 mark. So pretty typical really. So I'll show you the old ones. So these are the ones you get shipped, well, the ones you get from Fanatec. And the reason I wanted something different, it wasn't because I wanted magnetic shifter paddles. I thought these were actually quite good. They're sturdy. They don't click. They're just spring loaded, and the noise is just metal on metal. But they're kind of nice enough. They're solid. The only problem was they were really too short on the paddles. And you can see the paddle itself comes to where those bolts are on there. And I found it a little bit uncomfortable to use with at least my hands. Maybe they're a bit small, but I had to kind of reach over, and it's just over my fingertips. It's really a bit of a stretch to get there, and I didn't like it. I found it to be a little bit awkward to shift with these paddles. And I wish there was just an adapter to push those out at the time, because I probably would have just bought that. But at the time, when I got these, that's kind of my solution. I found these to be better. And you can see how much more comfortable it is for me. Yeah, so that's much better. It's also nice, obviously, to have that positive click from magnetic shifter paddles. They can be adjusted a little. There is some bolts in there, just there, and it just slides out a little bit. When you buy these, you select which type of paddle shifters you want on these paddles. They have bigger ones, these are the Formula ones, but they have GT style ones as well. Fitting it is actually quite easy. There's a video on the website on Simracing Machines website, which shows you a guide on how to do this. They also include this Allen key, which is really necessary because of that rounded end on here. So when you remove the old shifter paddles, you can see those two holes here. You just put it in there, undo the bolt holes, undo the bolts, and they come off quite easily. Putting these on a bit more awkward because you can see those bolts here are basically covered. You can't get to them straight on. So this little rounded edge allows you to it allows you to put it in there, and you can still use these bolt holes to screw into them. So that's really handy because it's a specialist tool which you really need for this. So yeah, really handy to have. One thing about these magnetic shifter paddles, which are compared to these Ascher ones, is they don't have the same positive click. And if you hear this, you can hear it clicking, but it's slightly muted compared to these. So I think you can tell there's a clear difference. And what's happening, which I can see here, is the tolerances are between the body and the moving part in the middle. There really is not much of a gap, or no gap, and it does. I think it's kind of rubbing against the sides. It doesn't really matter. You don't feel resistant friction, but you can feel. If I bring it up there, it may pick up that rubbing sound. And that's just because that is rubbing, because it's very tight on there. On these old Ascher ones, these Ascher ones, they don't make these anymore. He makes them out of aluminium, but these are a few years old as well. But you can just see there's a gap in there. You see some light coming through there, and that just produces more positive click there because there's no, it's not touching the sides. So I guess a criticism to these, there is this slightly, it's not a big deal, but it is a thing that is worth me showing you because it is a thing. But yeah, I'm happy to use them. I like them. They are pretty nice to use, and they are a nice, easy upgrade to actually apply. You know, it's not too hard. You take the body off and just remove the old shifters, unscrew them, and take out the plug. These are all wired up exactly the same way as this, effectively. Take the, you know, it's easy enough to take the plug out, and then you plug these in, put it all together, and you're done. It is very easy to do. 20-minute job really to do that, so not too hard. You don't need to be any genius to do that. It's very, very simple. Also from Simracing machines is this, excuse me, this adapter. Not the Q&R quick release, which is on top, but this piece here. And that's a conversion from the bolt hole pattern here, which is on the back of here, which is not a standard, and that just converts that to 70mm bolt pattern. It's very nicely made, that. So yeah, nice piece as well. That's not too expensive. They also do conversions as well. If you send them your Fanatec rim, or you can buy kits to convert your wheel into USB. That's the other thing they do. That seems to be what they specialise in: shifter paddles and converting Fanatec wheels into USB. So it's quite nice. Yeah, very reliable. These things are going to last forever. So yeah, not bad. Obviously quite expensive, but you know, the going rate for replacement shifter paddles is around this sort of price anyway, so nothing too remarkable in that. But yeah, it's a nice enough upgrade if you do like using your Fanatec Formula wheel. And there you go. There you go, that's my review. Let's end it now. So thanks for watching. Drop your comments below the video if you want to ask me anything, or if you own these paddles, maybe you want to tell me what you think about them. But yeah, so I'll be back soon with something new, so stay tuned. Happy simming, and bye bye for now.